Hello, this is Stephanie Washer, and I will be your instructor for PCT-110. This is called Networking Essentials for spring. We are going to have it as an online course. It's going to go for the full 16 weeks. So this first week is pretty light. It's basically going to be getting into Cengage and then the first module. Now, getting around Eagle, we have on the main page, I always have this. I have the modules, the course syllabus, announcements, even though I have the most recent ones up here, the course questions, and then, meeting me. There's really not much there. It's the only place you'll see a picture of me probably. So I always put up an announcement every week. Week one, it will be up soon. And then whether you want to go into the modules on the side or go through the syllabus, however you want to do that is fine. I'm just going to go straight to the modules. Now, I'm going to have this organized a little bit better because right now it's just like a dump of everything. But I wanted everybody to get into week one and get into the materials. So I'm going to end up creating a week one with a nice clean look. It's going to have, you'll see it. It'll look better in a second. My internet went out this weekend. There's nothing I can do with this storm. It totally went out. So I know I'm probably not the only one. I feel like there's a couple of towns around me that also went out. They had issues. So if you haven't seen me before, if you haven't had me as an instructor, I've been around since 2011, I think, and I teach the Cisco networking courses. So anytime there's a Cisco course, I'm the one that's going to teach it. So you'll probably have me if you're part of the degrees program for network system administrator or cybersecurity specialist. So those are the two degrees. And any PCT class, it's either going to be Josh Glavinsky or myself. And then he's mainly on the security side, and he'll teach Network Plus here and there. And then I'm, all of the Cisco side and server stuff. There's a lot going on. We need we only have two of us that you'll see. We're trying to get more people in here. So again, course homepage, meet your instructor, the Cengage mindtap. The syllabus is here on the side. I'll go back to the modules again. So the syllabus, we've got our basic information, and my name, of course. My preferred method of contact is here on the side, Eagle messaging. You can email me. I'll get it, hopefully. There's been times where it's been really weird and I haven't gotten my emails. So I'd rather get it through the Eagle messaging because then I'll get an email and I will see it here. So it's kind of nice because I'll get both of them. And then my phone number and my office hours. Office hours, you'll always see me in WTC-2508 or WTC-2100. I always leave a note on my door in case I'm in a different room. So Networking Essentials. It is a CompTIA. It correlates to the CompTIA Network Plus exam. So if you search for CompTIA Network Plus, it's the first thing that pops up. And there's an overview. It just kind of goes through this. It's a vendor. It's not vendor specific, but it prepares any platform. So like Cisco is vendor specific. This one's not. It's just like basic networking. 6-month experience is kind of what it equivalates to. And so you can go through, and we go through everything, and you learn the fundamentals. You learn about network security, routing technologies and networking devices, and then any kind of wireless and Ethernet solution. So kind of the network and wireless side of things. So network implementations, troubleshooting, because it's always troubleshooting. There's always something to troubleshoot. And then network operations. So kind of like monitoring, optimizing the network, making sure it's running well. Because slow network is still, yesterday I was having issues. I thought I had published a couple things. I didn't. And it was because my network was spotty and I just didn't have enough oomph to do some of the things I wanted to do. And then here's some of the jobs that you can get. So if you have your CompTIA Network Plus or our network system administration degree or our cybersecurity analyst degree or specialist, degree, network security operations, network security analyst, security architect. So they have some of these, like security architects, a little higher level, network security specialist, cybersecurity analyst, support technician. So generally around here in Rockford, you always start out as a support technician, but those are all of the different ones. This is a great, I'm going to put this in the announcement so that you have the link. So it's a, that's a great page to look at for things. Oh, and then the other thing I wanted to do, I think, the exam details. Yeah, it goes here, the exam details. It tells you all of that. You can actually get practice questions and exam objectives, but I'm going to post those. But you can do the exam objectives, practice questions. They're not too bad in bugging you. So it's 90 questions, takes about 90 minutes. You only have 90 minutes, I should say. And then a passing grade is a 720 out of 900. It is $358, but Professor Messer, which is another one, has vouchers. And I'm going to put these all in there just because I don't want to forget. So he's got Network Plus, but on the far side here, he's got vouchers. And there's our CompTIA Network Plus. And it goes down to $322. Oof. He had better vouchers last time, so I'm going to have to find, it's $36 isn't that great, but I'm going to have to, I think we'll have to find different vouchers because it's getting kind of crazy. Yeah, because they do. So anyway, that I will look for later. We're using our Cengage mindtap, or you can use Cengage Unlimited subscription with mindtap access. That's the important part. It has to have mindtap access. And then the course objectives I pretty much went through, but it's the fundamentals of networking and how to work effectively as a network engineer and any issues. So network security, network operations, network infrastructure, network implementation, troubleshooting networks. It's all the items that we're going to do in the course. So we've got our course objectives, exams, assignments, skills-based exams, and final exams. So we've got our exams are going to be 25% of the class, and then the assignments and skills-based lab are going to be all through Cengage. So the exams, or I'm going to call them quizzes because they're going to be every couple chapters. We have 12 modules, so I'll probably have six quizzes because I'm not going to make them more than 20 questions. So there'll be about 6 quizzes, and that maybe in the future I'll change it to quizzes instead of exams. But that's 25% of the grade. And then on Cengage, so this will be Eagle, and then on Cengage, we've got the assignments and skill-based labs because this is an online class. So Cengage is what we have right now. And then our final exam is going to be 15% of the grade. And it won't be, so 12, we got 12 modules, and then it wouldn't be any more than 60 questions. So I wouldn't put more than 5 questions per, so it wouldn't be more than that. So that's about what I'll do. And obviously it's open book if if we're all online. And then we've got our regular grading scale. An A is 90 and above, B is 80 to 89, and so on and so forth. So, and then we've got kind of what modules correlate with what objective. Our objectives are pretty broad, so that, some of these pretty much go for all of the modules. Final exam date is we have to get everything done by the 17th of May. And then the last day to withdraw is April 11th. So if something happens and you need to withdraw, April 11th is the day to withdraw. And then my course expectations, I just want you to take this class seriously. So I want you to take it seriously and make sure that if you have issues, so be a partner in your own learning, speak up if you don't understand or if you need help. So I don't know if you are having issues, so please let me know if you have issues. Just send me a message. Give me a call, come see me during my office hours. So again, my office hours, I kind of breeze through them since this is an online class. My online people hardly ever come to my office hours. So Monday afternoons, 4:15 to 6 o'clock, because I have a night class. I would say you can come visit me at my night class, but it's been, we've had some issues where it gets a little stressful. So I feel like just come visit me during my office hours if you need to come visit me. So Monday, 4:15 to 6 o'clock. Wednesday afternoon, it's like 2:45 to 3:45. Thursday is right before my class, so it's 2:45 to 4:30. So that's what's going on. If you have an emergency, you can come find me at the school in the afternoon on Mondays and Thursdays. Afternoon, evening. And then just treat everybody with respect. That's the other thing I like. So this time around, if you've had me before, I didn't mind people turning in stuff late. Now I'm going to give a 15% penalty. If you are having issues getting things turned in on time, let me know. Assignments more than 7 days late, I'm gonna stop, accepting late assignments. I have it set up that if you don't turn something in, Eagle will give you a 0 right away. But if you've emailed me, or if you're using Cengage, sometimes it comes through, it'll sneak through. So for Cengage stuff, if I notice it, I'm going to give you a 15% late penalty. So that's what I'm going to do. You guys are lucky because you do have Cengage mindtap and it might sneak through. But that's my plan, especially for my Cisco networking course. That is a lot of grading, and I want to get it to me within the week I have it assigned. So here's all of the different details. We've got module 1 is just kind of the networking basics and careers. And then module 2 is structured cabling, network documentation, change management. So we've got addressing, DNS. And so some of these we're going to have over 2 weeks. And then, so module 3 is 2 weeks, module 4 is 2 weeks. So we'll keep, we're going to kind of keep anything that is a bigger chapter is going to be 2 weeks. But we'll see how it goes. I might have to make some changes. I'm not going to guarantee that this is exactly the way it's going to end up. So, and then we've got remote access, transmission, so wireless media, wireless and regular media. So we've got copper and fiber optic and all of that. Physical architecture, cloud architecture, network segmentation. This is the one that I'm not sure of, that maybe we won't need 2 weeks on it. We've got network segmentation, which is module 8, because that one might take a couple weeks. I don't know. WAN essentials, security risk, network hardening. So this is all security. So we've got all security here in weeks 13, 14, and 15. And then I have extra materials on all of that as well. And then collecting network data, module 12. I think this one is a little bit lighter on the end, just because it's more about plans and strategies. So, and then the final exam, like I said before, it's going to be due by May 17th. Also, that is graduation night, so I will be grading everything and getting grades ready on Saturday and Sunday. Regular class procedures and college policies. So we've got our, academic honesty. So just make sure it's your own work. And then I will withdraw you. If you haven't gotten into Cengage, I will withdraw you at midterm. So actually, if you've gotten into the course and you've done some work, and then at midterm you haven't gotten into Cengage, I'm going to for sure withdraw you. Electronic devices policy doesn't really refer to us because we're online. There is conflict resolution procedures, so if you need any assistance with that, the Dean Terica Huntley in her office in student services is fantastic. She's such a great person, and she's really great at conflict resolution, and has helped a lot of faculty and students and staff. Notifications of students with disabilities. So if you need or want to request accommodations, you can go to the Disability Support Services office. And if you have any accommodations, I did receive an email. Let me know what exactly you need, because I will send you a message, but it's also helpful if you let me know. Academic alert. If there's anything going on, generally with the online classes, I don't know this as well as with others, but if I see something or if something's happening, we can do what's called academic alert, and then you can go see an RVC counselor. Emergency closings doesn't really work for online courses, but if your internet goes out or if something happens, please let me know. I mean, generally I know when the internet's out because mine's down. So, but you will receive a text from Rock Valley. In fact, I feel like sometimes we get so many texts from Rock Valley saying we're closed. But if you are not set up on the text system, then go to rockvalleycollege.edu and go to MyRVC and get signed up for that. And then there's the alignment of the outcomes. I'm not going to go through all of this, but our objectives align to the program outcomes, which is the program outcomes are for the cybersecurity specialist and for the network system administration degrees. So these are the three things. Integrating various systems for effective communication. So any of the items, like whether it's operating systems, hardware, networks, any of that, and then network design for that, and then troubleshooting. So our ISLOs are institutional student learning outcomes. The main ones that we focus on work with are inquiry and analysis under flexible thinking, problem solving, and integrative and applied learning. And that's how those all work together. If we talk about ethics isn't one of our outcomes, but if we talk about ethics generally, that's the cultural competence area. We've got our resources with links and phone numbers. We've got a bunch of different ones. And then finally, things can change. I will post the changes on Eagle. That's just how it's going to go. If you need me, send me a message. That's the biggest thing. So let's go back to modules. And then let's go back. I'm going to put the syllabus here too. Let's go back to connecting to Cengage mindtap. So for Cengage mindtap, you are going to want to click on the simulation lab. So you click on the simulation lab, and then you have to have it open to a new window. This is not going to open like how it'll open for you because I'm already signed in. There we go. And so it already pops up. So if it pops up like this and you see the whole thing, so sometimes what happens, and it's not going to pop up correctly for me because I'm the instructor, but sometimes what happens is it won't pop up to the assignment you want. So if you want this assignment, you might have to click it twice because it loads so fast, and I have slow internet, and you guys are going to be tired of me saying I have slow internet, but it's the truth. So it loads so fast, and with my slow internet, it just loads to this. I mean, I could pop right in here or go right in, and we've got our reading, we've got our networking for life. So these are the modules. Here's the reading. Here's kind of like exploring different things. Now, what you need to know, though, is I don't assign everything. So this one's not assigned. I did not assign that at all. And then there's study. Here's the PowerPoints. See, it takes a minute. So you can go through the PowerPoints here. So you've got these PowerPoints. I'm actually going to put the slides up. I started to get those going, and then it didn't save, and I got frustrated. So I'll get those up today for you. And then the flashcards. So we've got network, and you can click on it to get the network and the definition, and you can go to your next card, topology. So these are pretty nice. I kind of like them. And then the practice test, and we've got all sorts of simulations. So I don't assign all of this. What I have assigned is, I'm going to go back to modules, and I'm going to scroll down. So it'll all be in the modules. So what I have assigned is, well, the reading, but Simulation Lab 1-2, Virtual Lab 1-2, Networking Topologies and Characteristics, and then Live Virtual Lab. I did assign this quiz, but I'm probably going to get rid of it because I want to make my own quiz. So I think for the first chapter, I'm going to leave this quiz in here, and then I will start making my own quizzes. So that's probably what's going to happen. All right, so Lab Sim, mindtap. Let's go back to... So Lab Sim, so when you click on Lab Sim, it'll pop up to this page, and then you'll click on it to bring you up to mindtap, which mine, again, doesn't show you anything. But this is what it's going to look like. So that this guide is extremely helpful. So this student guide, you click on your link in your Cengage course, which we just did, then you're going to need to sign in. And once you sign in, if you already have a Cengage account, you sign in. If not, you click create account. So if you have to create an account, please use your student email and that information because it works best. And then you'll fill everything out, and you can do a free trial I don't know how long it is. I think it's, it's either a week or 2. So once you sign in, or once you create your account or sign in, if you're creating your account, you have to, obviously check your email, because you want to get the link to tell Cengage that you're a real person. And then you can activate your Cengage account. So sign in or create your account. Once you get your account created, you're going to either activate your Cengage account with the new account sign on. Then you'll go to confirm your course materials. So you can look at this and it'll say the Cengage title. It'll say my name. So if it might look like this, where it says CompTIA Network Plus Guide to Networks. I have it up here too. It's in the 9th edition by Joe West. So that will be the picture there, and it should say Stephanie Washer Instructor. And then you can enter your access code, or if you have Cengage Unlimited with mindtap access, you can click continue. And so I have Cengage Unlimited with mindtap access, it just automatically popped up to the class for me. It might do that for you. I don't know, because I signed up as an instructor, so I don't have the luxury of knowing how exactly it's working for everybody. So if you don't have that, you can purchase your product. So you can either purchase just the code for the product, or you can go and get Cengage Unlimited. So here's the thing. If you have multiple classes, if you have PCT-110, if you have, which is this course, PCT-262, the A+ Essentials, which is my course on Thursday night. If you have a CIS 102 course, they use Cengage as well. If you have if any 2 classes use Cengage, if you have a math course that uses Cengage, if you have something, I think they use Pearson. But if you have somebody else that uses that, you can get Cengage Unlimited, but you need Cengage Unlimited with mindtap access. Some people have Cengage Unlimited with just the book access, and that's not correct. So hopefully you can buy Cengage Unlimited, and it'll have it right on the screen for you, whether you want to do. So if you have one class, if you have just PCT-110, purchase just that. If you have multiple classes with Cengage, then go in there. And you can easily go to the bookstore and see, what you need to buy. You can buy it through the bookstore too if you want. And you can buy Cengage Unlimited through the bookstore. I don't know how great they are at recommending Cengage Unlimited. I hope they are. So that was that. So you need the Cengage Unlimited with mindtap access. You can't just have the e-text access. So that's the big thing with this. All right. And then all the Cengage courses, and then, resources, and then all of the Barnes & Noble, the bookstore resources. So we've got, the support services website. That one's a good one. You can sign in and you can do the chat if you have issues. Check your browser compatibility. This one's nice just to double check your compatibility. So those are all nice things to have there, nice little resources. All right, let's go back to our modules. And that's it. Everything else is, we've got digital literacy. So these are all just things. There is the course Q&A, and then there is the introduce yourself. I do like to read through the introductions. For my CIS 102 class, I did not have time myself to do any of the introductions, but I'll pop in there from time to time, and I do read them. So, and then I'm going to leave this here. It's going to change to be week 1 module, but I'm going to leave this here for now so that you can easily click on those links if you wish. So, all right, that is everything. If you need anything, please make sure to message me through Eagle. You can call me or, send me an email. But really the 2 quickest ways are send me a message through Eagle or come see me in my office hours.